welcome back to the Team Empire podcast. I'm your host, Shannon, and I'm back with another wrap-up, but I've got a new guest today. I don't have Frank at the moment. Frank will be back soon. I have instead Shea Crotty. How are you, Shea?
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for joining me, babe. How was the weekend?
Full noise. Full noise. Yeah, it was incredible though, but it felt like a couple of days instead of like 12 hours.
Crazy, eh? So we'll go through it all together. But obviously, the South Island Champs was on the weekend. Everyone knows how good that show is. And we had a natural and then a standard regional back to back. It was a massive day. We'll go through all the deets, everything, all the logistics. There was a lot. And if you missed the show, you're in for a bit of a treat because there was so much going on there. And I do have some content if you're watching on YouTube, just so you can see what we're talking about as we talk about it. I didn't get to film the whole lot because I had a client and my battery was dying, but we did the best we could. But before we get into the show, Shay, we need to talk about two things. First, we'll talk about our wonderful Jess Shandy on the weekend. Just an amazing pro show. My God, she looks good. Tell me, because obviously figure. What did you think?
I mean, I'm not quiet about it. I'm in awe of her. Like, I am genuinely in awe of her as a woman, as a athlete, as, the way she's a goddamn pro. And holy shit, like I was watching and it just was so beautiful. She was flawless. She had made extreme improvements from her debut, and you could from her pro card win. And she was up against an incredibly stacked lineup, and she just looked right at home, in place. And I can't speak higher of her. So it was so cool to see.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Jess. If you're listening to this episode or whatever, she's just amazing. Everyone loves her because she's just such a sweetheart and such a just incredible person and just such a great pro. We knew she was going to come back. Hey, it just took a few years to make that debut, but she did it. And hopefully I'll get her on the pod at some stage. We have been chatting about that, so we'll come to that when it comes to that. Obviously, Denver's got his own things going on, so we were just going to try tee that up nicely. So stay tuned, guys, for that. She didn't get a placing this time, unfortunately, but she did. We were messaging after, and she said she was humbled, but in the best way. And that's the best way to humbly not get a placing when you're a pro, is not to be so fucking like, obviously, I don't know, because obviously you've done it before, I haven't done it, but just to not take it too much to heart and take it in a humble experience. Is that the best way to go, Shay?
Absolutely. And I mean, go and look at that lineup. Look at Figure Pros. Look at what, that lineup was insane. That was top tier caliber. You had somebody that placed second at the New York Pro, like you have Olympians, and I just figure on the international stage is, every category is, don't get me wrong, but it is just, there's no words for it. So humbled is a great way to be, but she shone. So like placing or not, she did unbelievably well, but it was an insane lineup.
Yeah, amazing. So good work, Jess. We're all really stoked for you. And we're excited to see you come back because we know she ain't done yet. She's just fucking fired up. So
yeah.
hopefully it'll be her in Denver together maybe next time. We never know. So Denver's obviously got to work through some injuries and bits and pieces, but they're just an amazing couple. We love them. So we just had to quickly acknowledge that, of course. And then we're going to talk about you just briefly, Shay, just really quick, because we know you're on prep. You've got your comp coming up. When everyone else is finished up and wrapped up, you're still going hard. So how are you feeling? How many weeks out are you? Just give us a little update on you.
I'm 6.5 weeks out, and I'm very, very excited. I am, but prep is prepping. I said it to you the other day. This is, I definitely believe, going to be the hardest prep that I've done, and I love that. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, no, I'm in a good place. I feel like chuffed. I can't wait to go. We leave in 5 weeks, and yeah, like it's just crazy to think we're going back for a third time. And I just feel very, very lucky to be doing it. So yeah, I'm as good as can be for 6.5 weeks out.
If it's like a new kind of hard, maybe it's going to be a new kind of result. You just never know what the world is going to give you, right?
Exactly. It's rewarding in every single way. So very excited.
Oh, babe, I'm excited for you. And obviously we'll follow along on your updates. And if you're not following Shay, get onto it. And then you can follow along with what she shares. And we have Olympia next weekend as well, everyone. So we're all up to date.
We'll go.
So many things going on. So it's going to be really fun. Obviously the Wellington Champs this weekend, but we'll obviously wrap that up at the end and just kind of give you a little update on what's coming up. So let's get into the show, Shay. Let's do it because there's 2 shows. They were stacked, man. man. They were so good, and I just got blown away by a whole bunch of people, and I'm sure you did yourself. And there's clients of ours in there, so we'll talk about it all. But let's start with the natural show. They brought the men out first. They brought classic physique out first. Little groupings for the natural show for the boys, but they were fierce, which was fun to watch. And I like it that one of the juniors took out the overall for bodybuilding, but we'll talk about that in a second. Classic physique, we had 2 first-timers, Guthrie, Adam Reed, and Tom McGregor. We had classic physique junior, Ben Burns and Tom McGregor. And then we had Division B was Vincent Lepitt, and then also Leigh Allen Walters. And then the overall classic physique winner was from Division C, which was Alan Farrelly, who was a tall guy, great, beautiful physique. He looked great on stage, smiled the whole time, was a champ. The overall bodybuilding champ who took it out was Ben Burns, so he also did classic. Do you remember seeing this, Shea? What did you think about classic from naturals? I mean, it's a small grouping, but it was quite fun to watch, right?
Absolutely. I mean, sorry, what was the man's name that won?
Alan Farrelly.
He was incredible. He was absolutely, as soon as he stood on stage, and everyone in the crowd as well was just like, wow. You know, it was amazing. It was a smaller group, but I think all of them that were on stage looked absolutely fantastic. You know, it was it's so cool to see. And they all they had their moments, and they embraced it, and they were all fantastic. And yeah, the overall winner just absolutely stood out.
Yeah,
he looked not a question about it.
Absolutely. Great physique, good legs on these boys. Like, they're actually coming in hot. Like, the whole package is all looking really natty. Like, I mean, can we just talk about that? That's a crazy achievement for classic physique, man. Like, I mean, it's 100%. Crazy for any of the men and any of the ladies just to come in here and go hot and just get it done. Like yourself, Shea, so we know. So good work for the guys. A small group, an amazing group. We loved your routines as well. So hopefully we'll see you all at Nationals, Natural Nationals.
Absolutely.
We'll just hope to see you boys there. Men's physique, first timers. There was Guthrie, Adam Reed. You'll see a couple of these names obviously jumped around. Natural show, the boys just repeated themselves through different divisions. We had Ben Barr, Mohammed Asadi. They were the first timers for men's physique. Always good to see first timers. Men's physique's like bikini. There's always a lot of first timers. We love to see it though, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll run through the last of the names and then we'll just go through it all together. But there was novice, Division A was Ben Barr, Mohammed Asadi. So there was 2 in there. And then Division D, there was 2, Guthrie, Adam Reed, and Alan Farrelly. And then in the open, there was just Ben Barr. But the overall taker for that was also Alan Farrelly. So, I mean, double hit it. Like, the guy's doing good.
You're going to be at Nationals. There we go.
Mo won't be happy if you're not there. So what do you think of men's physique? Men's physique's always good, eh? The guys just turn up and they look good. I mean, overall, it was pretty nice presentation.
Yeah, I love I do really like the men's physique criteria. I think it's a cool category as well. It gives, it's a really nice look as well. So that's why I do think it attracts a lot of guys and young guys as well. So I do have a lot of respect for that category. And I think they did amazing. First timers right through. Again, it was a little bit smaller, but it's great to see them getting on stage and dipping their toes into a couple of categories, and then they might find the one that, fits them better because they are different. So, it's good to see that they could do it, and the category is coming further and further. I think it was cool.
Yeah, and then they get their judges' feedback and figure out where they want to go and all that stuff, hey? So it's kind of good to do a few and then to see where you fit.
Absolutely.
Bodybuilding was quite good too. Bodybuilding for both shows, I'm just pretty stoked about bodybuilding. Like, you just never know who's coming out for their class and their division. So it's a bit tricky, but they really killed it. So junior men, Ben Burns, 50 plus years, Kim Pickard. We love Kim.
So good.
He's the man.
So good.
He's so good, right? And then welterweight, there was only 3 in the other classes. So welterweight was Kim Pickard again. Light heavyweight was Leigh Allen Walters. And then light heavyweight open was also Leigh Allen Walters. So there was actually only a few in there. And Ben Burns, the junior boy, took that out. He's a young dude, man. And he looked so good. His shape and his legs and everything. Maybe needs to build on it a little bit more because he's a junior. But I was blown away by him. What do you think about the boys in bodybuilding?
Incredible potential, especially like he is so young. And I love that bodybuilding has a stance in that natural stage as well, because they do, there is an unfortunate point that going into both shows and getting into that national level at a regional standard, they get swallowed up a little bit on that stage. So to have their moment to say, I'm here and I'm in my space, it was amazing. And he has incredible potential. Yeah, absolutely needs more, more, but so does everybody. We all do. So the sky's the limit. But it was really good. Yeah, I think he definitely won, and he definitely was a standout in that class. And for a junior, fuck.
Yeah. What a bad. Yeah.
How old is Junior? I feel like that's way too young.
Junior's 20 to 23, but he must be 20 or just on the edge because he looks quite young, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
that's bring it on. Do
Good on him,
nationals
mate.
as well.
So hopefully he comes to nationals. I mean, like,
Yeah.
dude, get up there. I just love his physique, his overall, and his legs are like, and his posing. For a
Really good
young
stage
boy,
presentation.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Didn't look like a junior, which was cool.
Yeah, 100%. I love it. I love it when the boys put in an effort to their routines. And also, just on that note, Kim Pickard, we love your routine always, Kim. You're just such an entertainer.
Love it. You know, cannot go wrong.
We love you, Kim. Thanks for turning up. We hope to see you at nationals as well. All right, should we move into the ladies? You know what? We had some fucking women's physique at both shows, man, and I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. So we had Class A and Class B for women's physique for the natural show. We had Marnie Gay in the Class A. Class B was Mary C2 and Teresa Butler. I was stoked, man. I think it was Mary C2 that came back for the other show as well. I'm sorry if I'm mixing the names up, but her stage presence, man, fuck, she's got the moko, she's beautiful, and she just come out hot, and I love her. She just stole like your eyes, you know what I mean? But all three of them looked great. Love the routines. Everyone put effort into all of it. The stage, like, camaraderie, like when someone else placed higher than them, they all hugged, they were happy as about it. They're more friendly than the bikini girls. Like they were awesome. So what did you think about women's physique for the natural show with those three ladies? And the winner was Marnie Gay.
I think Marnie was amazing. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Same thing. She looked very, very nervous and whatnot in that first stage, but she really encapsulated the moment. It was, I think all three of those are in the same team. They're coached by the same coach. So it was really awesome to see. But yeah, the poise, the camaraderie, their posing, their routines, you can see that actually done the work, which was really cool. And they just looked like they were having fun.
Yeah.
You know, they're having a really good time while doing it. And it was nice to see three natural women in a women's physique class, because it is a class that's a little bit deflated in numbers. So it was cool to see. And Marnie definitely, again, she stole that one. She looked beautiful. And yeah, I think it was cool. Like, it's nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, Marnie looked great, man. She was peeled. She had it all going on. It was fun to watch. So
I believe her daughter competed.
Oh.
I think I could be. I might be fabricating. I don't think I'm fabricating. I might be. But I'm pretty sure her daughter competed last year. So then she competed this year.
What a family!
Wait, weapons.
Imagine them like, that's my mum who just took out women's physique. Crazy.
Yeah.
So awesome work, ladies. And hopefully we see you at nationals as well, because you guys all look incredible. And again, there's natural nationals, normal, just jump in both. Who knows what will happen?
Go for it. Do it.
Bring on the show. Figure. All right, Shea, your class, baby. So we got a few in here too. I was stoked with figure natural, man. So Class A, obviously you're going to be stoked, pumped with this as well. We had Marnie Gay and Shyla Scott. We had, so obviously you recognize Marnie from physique. Novice Class B was Laura McPherson, Teresa Butler, and Miranda Laney. And then we had the open classes, which was Shyla Scott, Lauren McPherson, and and Miranda Laney in there as well. And we had masters. It's on the next page. Sorry, guys. Marnie Gay, Teresa Butler, Miranda Laney. Miranda Laney took it out. She's also in the masters. Took out the whole thing for figure. These are your girls. Like, you probably know a bunch of these ladies. What did you think about figure?
Well, I'm biased as well because Shyla was my client. So that was one of my clients that competed for the first time in novice, and I was so incredibly happy for her. She looked beautiful and she did such an amazing journey. So for Shyla, I'm going to shout her out on her own because that's my gal. I have competed against Miranda in 2021 when she competed, and she is a beautiful person. She is a mother and one of the most beautiful physiques that I have seen, you know, and to take it out in masters as well as, you know, just to shoot. Again, she was a standout. Like, everyone on stage looked beautiful and it was really nice to see, but she deserved it 100%. She looked stunning, absolutely flawless. And her stage presentation is, you know, she's done it for a long time and you can tell, you know, she's great. So I was stoked. I love that the figure class in South Islands has done this over the last few years. Like, it's like vertical almost in comparison. So I was very happy, and it was great to see. Everyone looked beautiful in that class. I mean, I am biased, but
but it's true. I mean, I was there too, and I can tell you the same damn thing. It was really cool. And like figure beat wellness for numbers and stuff. Like it's just really cool to see such a bigger group, and they got worked. Like Fawad did a good job on the judging table.
Agreed.
And, working the people, you know, because obviously there was less, we'll talk about that in a second, but there was less people on the NZIFBB team to take care of the show, let's just say. So Fawad was on the panel with 2 other judges, and he was kind of like pushing it as hard as he could because he didn't have Mo there, and obviously Chris is his first year not judging and stuff and emceeing, so a little bit tricky, but he did a really good job at keeping the girls up there, giving everyone their stage time, battling everyone, turn to the back, or turn, like the whole thing. He made them all walk up and down, bit of cardio. So really good work for Fawad doing that and pushing the girls to make sure that the judging was perfect. And yeah, I think he did a good job.
They had their moment, because figure can also be a class that you do quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, goodbye. You know, it can be, you know, so it was really nice. Like you said, it's very nice to see they got their time on stage, because it's not necessarily drastic posing or a lot of posing. It's just quarter turn. So yeah, that was cool.
It's cool. Yeah, I love that. Thanks Fawad for doing that. And we'll talk about a little bit more about the show structure in between the natural show and the open show, because there's a couple of little things in there that we should just cover. Wellness. Okay, wellness. Good to see a couple numbers getting out there. Obviously, as the season goes on, we get more and more. Wellness is a tricky category. She's still new, but we had 2 in each class. We had Class A, Class B, based on height. We had Hale Cameron and Jess Shearer in the Class A, and Class B was Izzy Griffiths and Katie Pitt, another one of Shea's girls. And just another great little battle out there. There was a couple of Jordan Earls clients, which is obviously Hale Cameron and Izzy Griffiths. No one's ever seen Izzy before. She was brand spanking. Katie looked incredible. Like, the whole thing was sick. I mean, it was really good to watch. Hale took out the Class A and Izzy took out Class B. That would have been close though, I think. I reckon Katie really fucking pushed that one hard. And then Hale took out the overall for natural. So talk to us about that. Talk to me about that, Shea. How was Katie's show day? And tell us about everything.
I just love Katie. You know, it's the same. I love my girl, so I can't really, I'm not going to say the way she carried herself. She was terrified in that first show. We only put her into the regionals halfway through the week because she wanted to do both. And I said, okay, like, let's do it. And I'm so, so glad we did, because she was super nervous in that first, it was her first time. Of course, you're going to be. So, you know, she came back into the regional show a lot different, I think, energy wise, but super proud of her. We've got another 4 weeks till we go to nationals, and we know what we have to do. So Izzy looked beautiful though as well, so you're never going to take that away from her. It was definitely that transparent top to bottom ratio of who had that, and Izzy just, yeah, she looked absolutely sane. Jordan did a fantastic job with her. I am the greatest fangirl of Hale. I think she is wellness personified. She is, yeah, she's got that category. Again, we might get into that a bit when it goes to that regional side of things, but she, to me, just is flawless. So, yeah, I was stoked for her. That was a clear win for her. She's come so far in the last 12 months for it to be only her second year. She's got just an unreal shape, and she's wellness.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So well done, Hale. You obviously owned that one. You took that one out. Really, really good to see. Obviously, Katie, Izzy, and Jess up there as well. The more numbers we get for wellness, the more likely there's going to be a novice class eventually, and all of this other stuff that we really want. So keep going in that wellness division, girls. I know it's hard. It's really tricky, and everyone looks very different, of course, because we're all trying to fit this division, and it's like, it's our new division, and it's just like some people are built for it, and they just need to keep going, and everyone's got their things to work on, right? The judges are going to push them harder, and we want to see you guys all come in even better at nationals and just really push for that pro card, because who knows who's going to take wellness pro this year. Fuck, I mean, it could be anyone, could be anybody. But well done, girls. We'll obviously talk about a couple of those wellness girls in the regional show as well, because they come back for more. All right, should we do bikini?
It was big.
It's a big job.
It was a big one.
Big one, but it was another really good one. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So there was a lot going on in here. We had first timers. There was 6. There was Alexia Allen, Nicole Hellier, Jane. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she'll let me off for that because I love Jane. Michelle Tapp, Shania Stemper, and then Wachada Sansopa. And that was really, really cool. Alexia took that one out. She was beautiful, well conditioned, really nice and perfect structure. I got those tie-ins there. Could be a little sharp, but they'll come in sharper for nationals. I know it. And then we'll just go juniors and masters, and we'll recap those ones before we go. Junior was Alexia Allen, Michelle Tapp, and Chantal Lind, which obviously we'll have to touch on her in a moment. Nicole Hellier, Letitia Smith, and Anne-Marie Hampton for masters. So there was 3 in masters. Anne-Marie took out the masters. Chantel took out the junior. I don't know how she's a junior. She's a mum, that physique, that everything about Chantel. If you've seen her on stage, you'll remember who she is. You can't forget. Incredible. What did you think about that? Good to see first timers, 3 juniors, 3 masters. We love it, right?
It's amazing. And I think the caliber of the juniors and the first timers is just increasing every year. Like, they're all in shape, their tie-ins are there, they've got, of course, room to grow. We all do, again. But the fact that they're coming in and they're coming in strong, and you're correct on Chantel, her complete look, her complete stage presence, her physique, she's a mom. Like, her little boy was like riding around on his bike. It was so freaking cute, like in his wee suit. But she was absolutely beautiful, and she does, like, she walked out and you kind of wanted to watch her. She encapsulates you when she walks out, just with her presentation. Is Frank her coach? Yeah, and Kate's her posing coach. Yeah. You can just see that it's a fantastic vibe that she gives off as well, and they've done an incredible job with her. She's got such an unbelievable future.
Yeah, she's just getting warmed up. In natural, she took it out. We'll go through that together in a second, but she was amazing. She did get pushed, which is great. We want to see people get worked and not too easy, but she just looked great, right?
No, absolutely. Again, she did get worked, but she won that, I think, with just her whole everything. Yeah.
She's so beautiful, man. She's like, man, I just can't. And so we'll go through just quickly the novice bikini and then open, and then we'll just recap how that one just turned out. We had novice class B was Michelle Tapp. We had class C was Amy Cairns, Chantel Lind, and Wakata Sensopa. And then we had and Anne-Marie Hampton. And then class D was Shania, Jane, and Tegan. So that was really cool to see a few more of the girls in there. There was obviously a few numbers because that weren't in first timers. And then open was class C, Amy Cairns, Chantel Lind, Wakata Sensopa, and Anne-Marie Hampton. And then class D was the same, Alexia, Ellen, Jane, Shania, and Tegan. So Chantel took that one out. She definitely got worked in the open classes. I feel like that's where some of the talent really started to pop off even more. But it was really good to see that battle up there. Hey, quite a few girls for the natural bikini, right?
Amazing to have those numbers. And I mean, some of them did a couple, but it's still a good amount of people to be pushed and to see a really good class. The standard was great as well. You see, those classes back a couple of years ago in the natural shows, there's no way we could have had consecutive shows. To see that at a South Island, standard, and the standard be as high as it was, I mean, we want more. Keep going. Bring more.
We love it. We're so happy to see it. And Mo, this is what Mo wants. If these numbers, he'll do things. It just works out. It's like, it's a business, guys. He's trying to keep it going, but he needs people to do the, to compete and register and stuff like that. So the more of you people that enter the naturals, I've got a client doing naturals this year as well, Waikato and nationals. So this is like what he wants, to put on more and to put more into IFBB. The more we give it, the more he can give it. And that's just kind of how it works. So,
and I think the incentive is as well, like, there is a pro card at nationals, which is fantastic. And there is a lot of word that there is going to be a lot more natural pro shows next year. So, like, go for that. If that is your goal, and that is, go down that route, because there's going to be opportunities, and like, they're massive. They're going to be huge. It's just a growing category and a growing class.
Yeah. Do it, guys. Honestly, it's true. Tyler Manning's on board. Everyone's chucking in some more natural and investing more into the natural shows. So there's no reason why you can't. Obviously, it used to be hard, and it would just be like, just into the normal ones. But now you've got the choice. So do it. Jump in there, guys. So really good natural show, babe. It was awesome to watch. Hey, it was a good way to set the day off.
100%. Yeah, it really did. And it was, just such a good show. And it really would kind of lead into the regional show as well. So, and nice to see some doing both and doing well in both. It's, it was cool. It was a really, really well done show.
Yeah, I loved it. And right before we move into the regionals, let's just talk about the show structure. A lot of people were unhappy with how it was like a bit late and things were a little bit structured, a bit funny. I wanted to touch on this because it's easy to get pissed off, especially if you're a spectator and you don't understand how it goes. It's not an audience-based sport. It's a competitive sport based on who's on the stage. That's what gets priority. There's a few things this year. Chris Bold's not on the panel. He's not emceeing. He's not there to help out. He did a lot of the admin, all of that stuff. He still helps, but he's not able to help much. He's a coach now. So, there's a line. And then also the tanning lady that they've had for years, beautiful tanning lady. We love her. She's now living in Australia. So they've had to make up a new tanning team this year. and they didn't have their helpers from Auckland. So there was a whole bunch of missing people, whole bunch of new things to tackle, 2 shows in a row, which we don't do all the time. None of the guys live down in South Island. So there's a lot that was there that was kind of creating hiccups, and the show's 99% never going to run on time. We both know that. So just be prepared for anything. I know that makeup appointments and shit can't be moved that great, but you just have to kind of roll with it. And they still did okay with it. Tell me about it, Shea. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of mitigating factors that came into the fact that it was running late. Like it definitely, like it would have been nice if it wasn't, but it is what it is. I mean, no one wants to run late. The athletes don't want to run late. But it is what it is. So you've kind of got to take it with a grain of salt that some shows are going to run late. You've got to adapt to it. I'm still fierce, like when it comes to natural and regional shows at national level. I do firmly believe they should be on separate days to help, to help, the running of it a little bit. But at the same time, they managed it last year, so you know what to be prepared for. So it's not going to be on separate days. So if you are in the natural show, you know when it's going to start. If you're in the regional show, know when it's going to start, but be prepared that it's going to be a late night. Our pro show ran 4 hours late the year before last. So, it is what it is. And if you're there to watch somebody, you're there to watch somebody. Watch everybody.
Yeah, enjoy the show. Enjoy it.
It's fun. Just bring snacks. It's fine.
Yeah, bring snacks. I needed to bring more snacks. I mean, it's just the day that you're there, you're committed. Just be there and be ready. Just bring extra carbs. Talk to your coach. That's all you can do, man, and just enjoy yourself.
I mean, the day goes so fast. It's quite nice that it slows down a little bit. What's the hurry? You're only on there for a couple of minutes. If you're an athlete, don't get wired up about it because you're only on there for a minute or two. So make sure that you enjoy that minute or two, but the whole day prior, regardless of what happens.
And stress ruins the physique. So just chill the fuck out.
Just chill the fuck out. Cortisol is the devil.
I love it. Just wanted to touch on that because I know a few people are unhappy, but if we actually acknowledge that actually there are people missing and not things happening that are normal, there might be a bit more forgiveness out there about that. But also quickly, Shea, what did you think about the venue? Because I heard there was a new venue and that was my first time, so I didn't know. Was this better? Was this worse?
Amazing. It was great. It was a great venue. So last year it was at Christ College and it was just like a simple hall where the seats were plain. So being on an elevation, actually being able to see. A few years ago, it was like the Burnside High, which is a great venue as well. So either or, but that's a new facility within Cashmere High School, I think. And one of the best. The lighting was fantastic. It was really, really well done. And no complaints at all. I think for a spectator view, from the audience, you couldn't miss anything. You got to see everything. There was no heads in the way. So I think it was, they nailed that place. And it's definitely better than last year.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. Well, I didn't go to last year's, but I just remember seeing the video and I was like, this is a better stage, I think. So
all flat. Yeah. Nice. It would have been nice to be a bit closer in the audience. That's probably my only
only qualm.
But it's very minimal.
It was great. It's hard for the guys to get venues, especially with bodybuilding, with the tans and everything. People will say no a lot of the time. It's just a mess, and it's a long day and all these things. So it's really cool that they found a good venue there in Christchurch. So hopefully they use it again next year.
And it was big.
It was big. Should we get into the regionals?
Yeah.
Big show here, guys. And it was crazy. We all know how much I frothed Basic Physique, and those guys were huge. If you haven't seen on the Team Empire podcast page, I put them all up. So many. And I was like, woo, in my element. Great time. We'll go through it all together. Let's just start with first timers and juniors. There was 7 in first timers, which is awesome. Zach Abras, Matthew Richardson, Mason Bloxham, Samuel Rogers Foran, Cameron Barnes, Jaden Robinson, Jazz Singh. Jazz is Emily, IFBB Bikini Pro's partner, first time on stage, which was really cool to see. Classic Physique Junior, Fred Cooper and Samuel Rogers Foran. Fred Cooper won the juniors, which was 16 to 23, so even younger. And then Matthew Richardson took out the first timers. So those were quite good classes. What did you think about those before we move into novice and all the others? Do you remember seeing the first timers and juniors? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It was great. I think again, it's another category it's a big category. That's the hot commodity at the moment, I feel, is men's classic. And to have juniors and first timers that are coming in condition and looking really, really good, having so much room to build and to grow, but to get that experience to get on stage, I thought they all held their own really, really well. It's a freaking hard category. It's a massive category, and to dip their toes in and to do well, It's a great place.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. They also ran this show a little different than Naturals. They did all the men's divisions for like first looks, pre-judging kind of, but then they saved the routines and everything for after males and females were complete. They went back around, did routines and placing. So we didn't get to see the guys' routines at the start. We had to wait, but it was worth the wait, of course. It always is. Let's run through the divisions. We had Division A was Braden Simkin and Harrison Booth. Harrison took that one out. We had Division B, Fred Cooper, and then Richard Parnham, Jaden Robinson, and Ravi Sharma. Richard took that one out. And then Division C, Sam Smith, Isaac Newman, Hamish Scarlett, and Tyrone Tomlinson, who's my boy, you love him. And then Division D was Zach Abris, Matthew Richardson, Samuel Rogers-Ferran, Baxter Wilson, Jazz Singh was back again, and Jacob Middleditch. And then the winner overall was Tyrone. No surprises there because he's a favorite. He's a hot commodity. He's very close to getting his fucking pro card. Let's all just admit to that. But it was cool. He had to battle. They don't just give it to Tyrone easily. They like to work him. And he likes it too. He loves a challenge. They moved him around a bit. Tyrone wasn't even in the middle a whole lot of the time. By the time they got through pre-judging women and then got back down their placings, they still worked them really hard, did a few post downs. What did you think, babe? You've seen Tyrone a bunch and the other guys. What did you think about how they looked overall?
Like Tyrone, the changes that he has made in the last 12 months, and even since he started, like he has just gone leaps and bounds. I would be like, I don't know who's going to, personally, I don't know who's going to beat him this year from just watching what I've watched. I don't know who can take him. And he's super deserving. Like I genuinely think he's a great individual with an incredible physique. And yeah, they worked him hard. Like Harry looked phenomenal. He came back day and night different than his last outing since I saw him last time he competed. And Richard coming over from WFF as well. So I think the class is in such a good place, but and I like that they worked them and they really worked them to see, that not just that they looked good, that they could hold their own posing conditioning wise, because shit, that would be hard. Yeah. Like really fucking hard. So like it was cool to see. And yeah, Tyrone, super happy for him. He's a great person and he's come so freaking far since he started, like powerlifter come bodybuilder. Amazing.
Crazy. And he's stuck to classic now. He used to fuck around with bodybuilding a little bit. Yeah. He looked good in bodybuilding, but classic is his home, and I feel like he's really in the right spot now, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice work, Tyrone. We want to see you at Nationals. I'll be cheering you on, hoping that you go for that pro card. Unless something fucking crazy comes out of Wellington and Waikato. Like,
who knows? Like I'm just saying, from what I've seen so far, you never know. There's still a few more.
I'm like a big Dan Sharpland fan as well, but I just feel like because he's still new to the sport, I feel like there's a little room for him to grow. And Tyrone's been doing this a bit, and he's ready for his pro card. You can just tell when someone's ready.
The mature muscle on him is just out of this world.
Powerlifter background, you can't beat that. All right, men's physique. Let's roll into that one. It was actually a little bit smaller than I thought. It was
same.
Yeah, it was weird, right?
Yeah.
It was good. And it was a really cool turnout. The overall was great. So men's first timers was only 2, Nathaniel and Lindsay Woods. Masters was Lindsay Woods as well. Novice was Lindsay Woods in Division B. Division C was Krish Pillay. And Division D was Hohepa Horlock, Baxter Wilson, Alden Gavigan, and Isaac Newman. Open was pretty much the same, except Braden Simkin was in Division A. And that's the only, and Sam Smith was in Division D. Otherwise, they were all the same numbers. Isaac Newman took that out. I actually have never seen, I probably have seen him before, but I don't remember because he's a Christchurch competitor as far as I know. Apparently, he's been around a bit. He took it out. I think his stage presence looked really good. I thought he looked quite a nice package, came in pretty tight. Probably could come in even a little bit tighter. Who knows? Like men's physique's another. It's out of my ballpark. So, but what did you think, babe? You've probably seen Isaac before. Did he look good to you? It was quite a good battle yet again. They did move them around a bit. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I've seen Isaac compete a few times, and he actually prepped himself this year.
Wow.
And his men's physique, he did classic as well. I'm so impressed by his physique. It's just, he's definitely that men's physique build and incredible, insane. Who has 8 abs? I don't know. But like just, he's got got that look about him. And same thing, if he really hones into nationals and comes in tighter, definitely can come in tighter. We all I told him that too. No, but just comes in tighter. I think he'd be, up there with the guys. I was really impressed as well with one of the first timers. I think it was Hohepa.
Yeah.
He looked fantastic for his first show as well. Again, commanded the stage, a really good men's physique complete look. So I think again it was a really, really good class. Isaac, yep, did definitely win that one, but he's going to have to step it up again because some of the men's physique competitors that have come through the last couple of shows are very good as well. So,
and we know that Akira's waiting on the sidelines for that pro card. He's not fucking around, man.
no, he always looks amazing.
God, he's incredible. And he did Mo's muscles last year, guys, so he's not doing anything. You don't get to
Doesn't
see.
have to.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. You got to see him at Auckland Champs doing a bit of a guest pose, but because even Mo loves him. Mo's like, this is the next pro probably. So we all know that he's there. So if you're a mixed physique, you're gonna have to come in pretty hot. Pretty hot. Which is good.
Absolutely. And that's at nationals, it's always a very hotly contended category and very, very good athletes. So it's exciting.
It's exciting, man. I'm very excited to see who takes that one out this year. We'll see. All right, bodybuilding, let's do it. So we had junior men, Fred Cooper, obviously took that one out. He was the only boy in there. 40 plus years was Brendan Taylor. 50 plus years was Peter Wakeland. So another couple of good boys in the masters there. And then we had bodybuilding. Middleweight was Ravi Sharma. Light heavyweight was Marcus Herner, and Peter Wakeland. And then heavyweight was Hamish Scarlett. Bodybuilding light heavyweight, I'm just going to run through them all, Shay, because there's just a couple, and then we'll go through. Light heavyweight was Richard Parnham, Marcus Herner, and then we had heavyweight was Nick Heatley, Dom Finnotti, I love Dom, and then super heavyweight was Nikolai Andreas. Sorry. I'm a big Dom fan just because I love Dom, like himself as a person, and his physique is always insane. He looks great. He did get taken out though by Richard Parnham, and this Richard guy I've never seen before as far as I remember, but holy shit, he looked phenomenal. He was so tight that I think that maybe where he just topped Dom, like just that conditioning was fucking out of control, and just the overall physique, he was just jacked and amazing. So what did you think about the bodybuilding?
I love that there's so many numbers in bodybuilding. I love it. I think it's great. And it was a category that was really not hotly kind of populated for a few years. So it's great to see as many as there are coming through, especially at South Islands. Again, that doesn't normally have as many. I've known Richard for, goodness, he's known my mum for the last 20 odd years. My mum used to coach his wife at the time. And that is probably one of the best I've seen him look. Like that was probably one of the most complete packages I think he's brought in the last few years. He looked fantastic. And I think for Dom, he always looks good, but he really peaks when it comes to nationals. Yeah. So I'm very, very interested to see how the next, 4 weeks, if he goes through to nationals, goes for him, because it is pretty contrasting from his South Islands to nationals, because he's done that show the last few years. But yeah, Richard's been around for forever, so cool to see him up there, and yeah, definitely deserved placing. He was conditioned and, that mature muscle. He's, not a spring chook, but he looked like a spring chook. So yeah,
he killed it.
He definitely took it out. So it was really cool and nice that, jumping federations is never easy. So to come into jump federations and to make, put a stamp on it. And he's from Christchurch. So it was cool for him. Really, really happy for him.
Nice. Hopefully he's coming to nationals, and he's going to be pushing some boys for a pro card by the looks of him. If he can bring that and maybe even more, who knows what else he could do.
Yeah, I definitely I haven't seen him live for a while, like compete actual, but that was one of the best I guess I'd seen visually. That's awesome. Stoked for him.
Nice work, guys. Richard, congrats on that one. Dom, good work on his route. I love Dom's routines. They're always really like he makes you want to cry, man. Like I'm with you there, Dom. Like, and all of the boys in bodybuilding and classic, we really appreciate all of your routines, because we don't know all the boys that are competing, but if you put on a really good routine, we're really all there with you, and it's just part of your show, and it's part of your score, it's part of everything. So it's really cool when people put a really good amount of effort into it. And Richard, all the boys, Dom, all of them put a really good effort in. So it was really cool to see. Hey, so well done, Richard. We'll see you in nationals, boy. We want you to turn up, because you never know who's going to take that. But the bodybuilding pro card's always like you have no idea, man. No idea. Like, who knows who's coming out in Waikato and Welly as well. So good work, guys. All right, women's physique. Let's do it. We only had 2, but it was good. And it was Jen Lowry and Teresa Butler. I actually missed their routines unless they didn't do them. And if they
didn't do them in the end.
I was so
Fair
pissed.
play.
I was like, they can't just do play scenes. They have to, they gave all the
Yeah.
guys the opportunity and the two women did not get to even do their routine. I would have said something if I fucking knew that. Holy crap. So that's a bit of a sad one. So maybe we'll have to give a little feedback on that because it's not cool. They put so much effort into their routine and everything and choose their music, all the whole thing, and then they don't get to do it. It's a bit shame. So I'm sorry, girls. We missed your routine, but you both looked so good and you held your own for women's physique so well. Jen Lowry won that. What did you think about those two, babe?
Oh, Jen's my posing client, and I was just so happy. I was gutted that she didn't get to do a routine because that took me ages to put together.
Oh, I'd be complaining if I were you, girl. I'll be over there.
She wasn't mad. I was. She was kind of like not a last minute, but it was a later addition to her doing for doing figure as well. So we went transition and she said, "Oh, can you teach me, physique posing?" I said, "Absolutely. You look fantastic. You can do both." They both looked incredible. And I just think, Jen is, it's incredible. That I think physique is going to be quite hard because I know the lady that competed at, was it in the Auckland show?
Yeah, she looks good, man.
He was really good. And then also there's one of my other posing clients as well that's competing in Wellington. And who knows, like it's nice to see some really genuinely, shredded gals getting on that stage in the women's physique because it's not necessarily looked as as glamorous, I think, sometimes. So I think they both look stunning. Again, the stage presentation and the presence, I just would have loved to have seen their routines. But hey, hopefully at Nationals.
Yeah, they won't miss them at Nationals because that would be an uproar.
I'll be screaming.
Come on.
Not the show.
And girls, if you're just writing in for your feedback and you actually do reach out to the judges for it, maybe mention it. Like you deserve your time on the stage, and we're really sorry that you didn't get that. But you did make a beautiful presentation. We love to watch you both. And you both looked incredible. I love women's physique, and it's just so nice to see you girls get up there and kill it. So well done, Jen. She's back in a second for figure. The 4-figure class, which is also Shannon's posing there. So we'll jump into that now as well. So congrats, Jen, for that one for physique. Looking forward to seeing you girls at Nationals. All right, novice class A for figure, Amelia Pierce and Abigail McLean. Low-key a fan of Abigail. We'll talk about that in a second, but she's stunning. Class B, Carolyn Duff, Christy Baker, Cheryl Tonkin, Jen Lowry, Teresa Butler, and Laura McPherson. And then open class A, guys. This was fierce, man. We had Rada Webb, Mikkel, I'm not going to pronounce her last name, I love, because I'm going to butcher it. Class B was, that's pretty much the same. Carolyn Duff, Christy Baker, Kimberly Hicks was an added one there. She, again, we'll talk about her in a second. Jen Lowry, Laura McPherson, Miranda Laney, Cheryl Tonkin. Look how long this is for figure, guys. This is fucking hectic. I love it, man. And then masters, just quickly, Carolyn Duff, Christy Baker, Rada Webb, Teresa Butler, Cheryl Tonkin. Guys, that is fucking stacked. There's some good girls in there, man. Jen Lowry took it out, and Rada's in there, and there's some other freaking hectic figure girls in there. She took that shit, babe. That's crazy. So talk to us about that. I'll give a couple of my thoughts after that, my basic bitch thoughts, but tell us about your figure thoughts on maybe Jen and Rada battling it out, because they did move them a bunch, and at the finals, Rada went to go put on her wellness suit and didn't come out, and they were just going to leave her, and she was going to miss out completely, but she did make it out, but Jen still took it. So tell us about that, babe. What are your thoughts?
The class as a whole was fantastic. Everyone on that stage brought it, and it was amazing. I think that is one of the biggest tall lineups that we've had as well, Class B lineups, and all of them look beautiful, absolutely stunning. So it was really nice to see as well, the difference, figure, I think, had quite a different look, and there was a lot of different figure physiques on the stage, which was also really cool, which made it really hard for Full to judge because they all looked really, really great. So putting, short and tall together, say you've got, Jen and tall and then Rada and short, very, very different physiques. So you have to work them because you've got to see where, what sits and fits the best. And, I'm going to biasly say, of course, I think Jen looked out the gate incredible. Her poise, her presentation, it was all, she'd really practiced, and I'm going to say she practiced her posing very, very, very hard. Rada came back day and night better than last year. Day and night. I think if she can really nail that final week maybe, or that peak, and just come in a little bit tighter, especially in that kind of glute hammy area, she will be really, really hotly contended because her front, her legs, her midsection, everything is she's bubbly muscle for, especially in being the short. So, but also I think Carolyn looked amazing, like in tall. She really, for her first year, she looked fantastic, and I hope she's doing nationals too. It was an awesome class. Like all of them. It was Christy's first time going from bikini to figure. She's another one of my posing clients that's transitioned to the dark side. So I mean, of course, I'm super passionate about this class. So I love to see it, and I love how hard it was. But I think Jen won because she came in the most complete. Absolutely, she had front, back, top to bottom. She was complete.
Yeah, I was wondering what that might be between her and Rada, because they did obviously toss that up a little bit, but obviously a little bit, maybe a little bit more tightness in that complete full look, right?
Yeah, I just think that last, if Rada can nail that last, whatever it is, I don't know, pull in the glute hammy just that fraction more, she's a force. So nationals will be very, very exciting.
Hey, I'm so pumped, man. Because if you guys remember last year, Rada was pushing Nikayla for the pro card.
Yes.
There was a really solid, they were really unsure about which way they were going to go. And it went to Nikayla, who I think was a great win for the day. But Rada's right there for the pro card this year.
And she looks a lot better than she's improved. She looked great then, and she looks great now. She's definitely improved in the last 12 months. And that's freaking awesome for the category and for her.
I just love her too. She's such a sweetheart,
Rada. She's so sweet. Yeah.
And her stage presence, Rada, man, you're on stage, you demand attention, you've got sass, you've got class, you've got everything, and I just love it. It's just so beautiful, right?
Agreed.
And Christy's your girl as well?
Yes, she was my posing client as well. So I love that. I'm glad she moved. She kind of touched on it, talked about it. It's quite hard, I think, changing categories and really diving into it. It's such a different category, but I think she's in the right place now, and I'm really excited for her to see if, when she competes next year, how she goes again. But yeah, very, very good. I'm very happy for her as well.
And she's stunning, man. She's so beautiful. Another one that's like Chantal, just demands your attention. She's so beautiful. The smile, the presence. I feel like she's made for figure. I don't know. I feel like
she's found her home.
Well, it's a good home for her, and she needs to stay there. So do you think she'll be doing nationals, or are we just going to see how she goes, or how are you feeling?
I don't think she is at this stage. I think she's going to go work towards next year, I think.
Yeah. Who knows what will happen, but that's just good to see. She'll be back at some point.
She will, yeah.
We haven't seen the interview yet, so that's cool.
No.
Man, figure, I just feel like we could talk about it all day. Amazing work. It's honestly, it was such a great show to watch. You guys pushed it. They turned you to the back. They did all the things. The hard work is all, and it was worth it. And it was just a great show. So come back for nationals if you can. Otherwise, we'll see you next season. Who knows? All right, wellness. Ooh. Okay, wellness was crazy. This was big. So we had 5 in Class A, 5 in Class B. There's only one class because it's all open. So we had in Class A, Holly Alott, Rada Webb, everyone, Jess Shearer, Hale Cameron, she's back from Naturals, and Abigail McLean. And then we also had in Class B, Jess Marshall, Sol G, Taylor Anderson, Grace Skellivan, and Katie Pitt was back. Yeah, girl, and she did fucking good, by the way. But we'll talk about them all together. We'll start with Wellness Class A because Rada was in there. Obviously, that's a different class for her altogether. I think this was her first time doing wellness, as far as I know.
She did it last year.
Oh, did she do it last year?
Yeah.
I missed it. And obviously I don't see the Christchurch shows, so good that she's jumped in there. And then Abigail, I just find Abigail really stunning and beautiful, and maybe made for wellness, just needs to keep working on it. But she looks so good, and she's just a beautiful wee thing. She's got a great built lower physique. I reckon she just needs to keep going, and she'll be fucking hot, man. In a couple of years, I can't imagine what she'd look like. But beautiful physique on the weekend as well, and just crazy. And then, what were your thoughts on that class? Because that's quite a bit of a mix there, right? Hale, Rata, there was a very different sort of physique on the stage.
Yeah. I think this is where I get confused as a spectator and as a coach as well, to be honest. Where an athlete fits.
Yeah.
And what an athlete is. Because there is just, I think, and again, it's still filling out the wellness category. But my opinion, bikini to wellness, figure to wellness, they don't translate. So I don't understand what, as a coach and as an athlete and watching, what are they looking for as judges in that category? Because, you've got Ryder doing both figure and wellness, and did really, really well in both, absolutely. But they're two totally different criterias. Yeah. So symmetrical for figure asymmetrical for wellness. So it's very, I get confused a little bit. They all looked absolutely phenomenal. Again, I'm the biggest fangirl of Hale, and I think she is that wellness class. But it's really nice to see that people are testing the waters a little bit when it comes to where they do fit. I think that's where it's really pivotal that they are asking the judges for feedback. So that criteria does start to streamline a little bit as to what it is they're looking for. Is it lean? Is it the asymmetrics? What is it? So, but absolutely taking nothing away from those guys in terms of the way that they presented themselves, the way that they posed, the way that they looked. I hope that all of them do nationals, and I hope that, they all come in sharper and they come in better, and that it's another battle, because they're all great. Absolutely fantastic.
So good, hey. And I feel like sometimes with wellness, especially, sometimes they have to favor size or like density over.
Yeah.
It's really one of those lines, right? Yeah. And sometimes they go conditioning because they don't want to award lack of conditioning sometimes.
No, exactly.
That way, and I feel like that's why Rada took out Class A, maybe. It was just that little point at the back.
Oh, she was sharp. Sharp. Yeah.
Wellness is up as well. You've got so much size on the bottom, and it's like women hold fat on the bottom as well. A lot of us do, because it's where we hold our children, it's like what we're going to do. So I mean, I'm not even having kids, but I've still got to hold that shit. So it's so it's just hard to get big and then lean and then the whole thing. Yeah. It's just crazy. So well done to Rada to taking that one out. I mean, I think Hale won't so happy about that. And so she shouldn't. She should be coming back every fucking time. So she got pushed, she got worked, she maybe got humbled, and it's going to be sick to see her come back at Nationals. So
absolutely.
Come back. She just needs that back shot to be just that little bit tighter, man. She's got the glutes, she's got the quads, she's got the hammies. We just need to see a little bit more of it, and she'll be game over.
That's it.
Game over, man.
And remembering she's young, and I always forget that is like watching her as this only second year. So absolutely, if she comes in tighter and pulls that in, that back shot in a little bit, like her fucking side shot. Woo.
It's game over side shot. Yeah.
Like, see you later. I don't even know how do you do that? Like, so yeah, but yeah, I think it definitely it's a great class. That was a fantastic class to watch.
And it was very different, but very exciting to watch. And then we had in the Class B was crazy too. We obviously had Katie in there. And Jess Marshall took that one out. Jess, I've never seen before. I think she might be a first timer. I'm not 100% sure, because she did bikini as well, didn't she? So I think she might have been the first timers there. Crazy physique. I mean, mental. She was obviously conditioned like a fucking rocket. So she was easy win for that one, I think, because of just her conditioning her level. She's probably got more size to build, but I mean, we all fucking do again. Like she could have, she went into bikini, she owned bikini as well. So that tells you where she's sitting just on the line. But I'm excited to see where she goes. Will she go wellness? Will she go bikini? She's a Steve Orton client. Who knows where the fuck she'll end up? We'll just see what she does. But she's powerful. She's one to beat.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I reckon grow those legs, grow those glutes, put wellness. Keep going. Don't shrink yourself. Don't shrink. Like, because she had it. And if that was her first time on stage, that was awesome. Like, don't shrink to fit a category if you already have that set lower extremity. Push. I mean, everyone saw Jazz walking around. Look at what you can, she's out of this world. But, like, that is a beautiful look that you can really enhance and move towards.
Yeah. And she's tall. So to get that muscle on a frame like that, like, she's doing a great job so far. I think she's quite young. So, like, I mean, just keep going, Jazz. Go to wellness. It's like, you've got a body on there that'll be a game changer, like, for the whole division. Katie came second in that class. Katie pushed Jess. Katie had the size and the density on the lower, and she was fucking game over there. If it was a top bottom half one, Katie would have had it. Conditioning was solid. Her tie-ins were there. It's just amazing, man. So that was, how did you feel about seeing Katie and Jess battling it out, like different physiques and stuff? Were you like freaking out?
Oh, so I was just so proud of Katie for holding her own, like, and really just going for it. And she presented herself so much better in the regional shows in terms of like her presentation, and you saw the nerves not. She genuinely enjoyed herself. I think her lower extremity, she again is a powerlifter come bodybuilder. Like, I was coaching her as a powerlifter 2 years ago, and she's got it. There's just tweaks and stuff, and on my end that I need to do better as well as a coach, and then to bring her in. And I do believe she's got such an incredible future in this sport. But her lower extremity, she's wellness as well. No doubt about it. So that's really awesome that we can push to that category and keep making tweaks. But yeah, I think that was a cool battle to watch. Again, different, but Jess was definitely leaner, like definitely won that battle in the lean area and kind of complete look. So, you know, congratulations to her. She definitely deserved it. And I'm just really proud of Katie.
Oh, go Katie. And she's doing nationals, right? Katie's going to keep going. Love it.
Yeah, girl. We ain't stopping.
No, not taking the foot off at all. We're going hard. There was a little bit, I'm just going to talk about it because there was a little bit of like people saying that when in the overall photo, they were like, I don't know who was bikini and who was wellness. So we're just going to talk about that just really quickly because I feel like people can be like, oh, she was too small for well, like maybe in that side pose it's a little harder to tell, but when you're on the stage lined up, the judges have a job to do, and that was the best on the stage. And she had the like, again, conditioning can sometimes win over density. It just depends on the physique. I feel like her posing she's got a posing coach, so I don't want to offend anyone, but I feel like her posing could just be a little bit different, where she could just accentuate a little bit. Again, first time, I'm not going to say anything too hard about it because she's just looking fucking insane and she took it out. So beautiful, Jess. I feel like don't judge too much from what you see from the overall photo because it was different on the day, right? What would you say about that? The size thing, like, you know?
People like, I'm always going to say, if people are going to say shit based on a photo, shut the fuck up, for one. But also, yeah, you can't take it away. You know, the judges made the decision that they made, and you cannot take it away from the person that won, regardless of what you think, you know, sitting in the back burners. Congratulations to her. She deserved it. So, you know, move on with it. Yeah. You know, really, I think, you know, it's not our job to sit there and criticize. It's our job to sit there and say, well done, Fawad and team. You guys, you know, you judged.
Yeah, that's it. So
yeah.
Yeah, I agree, babe. I agree. And unless you've seen them in person or you've seen the whole thing, maybe don't make a judgment.
Also the angle of the photo, like, could be anything, but regardless, you know, don't take it away from somebody that's done, and they should have their moment.
And she did well. She did bikini, and she didn't win bikini, so that might tell you something else about where her physique is at. It's probably more wellness, and also the wellness overall winner was pretty fucking jacked. So, I mean, so the bikini went overall winner, yeah. So they matched pretty well because of that, you know. So we'll talk about bikini now and go through that all together. I just wanted to mention that because a lot of people like to make judgment calls, and it's just good to like put a little nip in the bud there, and we'll see how she goes at nationals. Like, it's not up to us. Let's see what happens. She better come back and go hard because she looks so good.
I hope so.
So, all right, bikini babe, there's so many. Okay, first timers was massive, and my clients in here, so you know I'm going to be extra.
Hell yeah.
And she looks good, man, so let's just go. So we had Nicole Hellier, Emma Jelly, Jess Marshall, Shamar Shaw, Taylor Anderson, Ariana, Maria Herner, Alice Richards, Olivia Hobson, Becky Hawthorne, Nikki Gorton, Courtney Paris, and Lily Forbes, all in first timers. That was fucking, I'm like, how are these bitches first time? I don't know, because like front to back to front, walking, everything's just fucking perfect, man. So many. Like posing, of course, can always be touched up on. Becky's been posing for 2 years. That's why she looked like a pro up there. It's just crazy, man. These girls are nuts. So first place was Jess, who was the wellness overall winner, guys. So this is when she comes back and starts cleaning up. But like I say, she doesn't take it out. So we'll talk about that soon. Second place was Olivia Hobson. Very important one to talk about because she does push her way right up to the top. She's a worthy victory girl. And posing coaching by Emily. And then there was, third was Lily Forbes. I just want to talk about the top 5 because they were all standouts. Lily Forbes is one of my favorites. I've never seen her before. She's one of my favorites now. Alice Richards was also, like, these girls I've never heard of, and I don't know how I haven't. And then Becky got 5th. And that lineup, so fucking proud, bro. Like, first call outs in 5th place in that lineup. I was so stoked with her, and she was happy with that too. But do you know any of these girls? Do you know Lily? Do you know like any of these?
Lily she was quite little.
Short, blonde, and blue bikini with massive.
Oh, I couldn't stop looking at her glutes. I mean, that's probably the weirdest thing to say out loud. But her tie-in teardrop was out the gate. Like, it just, I almost said, I was like, is that wellness? I don't know. Like, again, that's that crossover. Don't know. I mean, that's not my forte, so I'm not sure. But holy shit, what a pocket. She actually reminded me of Kate when she first started competing. Like in Kate's early years, that same sort of like really beautiful tight midsection, the long, beautiful blonde hair, but the standout glutes and really having that kind of teardrop. I don't know her, but I couldn't stop looking at her. Like,
no, amazing, beautiful. Alice was in the red bikini, blonde hair, and a little bit less density, but just beautiful structure.
Shape, and same with Liv. Like, she's got a beautiful structure, like absolutely beautiful. And her stage presence, she looked like she was having the time of her absolute life. Like she was just so sweet to watch as well, and she really did hold her own. And honestly, Becky Knight did fantastic. She did look like a pro. She posed like a pro. Her confidence, her sass, I was like, yeah, yeah, get it. Yeah, it
That's
was that
crazy.
whole lineup. Every single one of those women on stage, like first timers, was freaking impressive.
Yeah, I've heard people from Australia say our first timers, they saw the first call out and they were like, what? Is this open? Like no one knew what was going on because there was tires all over the stage, which is the hardest part for everyone.
And I think that's probably one of the hardest worked first timers as well. They went around and around and around. So that was great to see as well. So they got their moments and their time to know that they'd been looked at properly, which, Fawad always does a really good job of.
He does. He definitely makes sure they have their time and their moment, right? So holy shit, congrats to all of you girls. Oh my God. Okay, let's get into juniors and then masters because there's obviously more names popping out here that are just crazy. So juniors, Taylor Anderson, Shania Hiroki, if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry, Courtney Paris, who we love as well, Elise Mather, Lily Forbes, and Lily Robb. So we had two Lilies in this one. Lily Forbes is the one we were just speaking about, just so you know the difference. Shania took that out. I like Shania and didn't know who the fuck she was. Nobody knew, but she's coached by Dean and Jazz, and that's someone we need to be watching out for, okay? Especially the whole Dean and Jazz team, because this is their first year with like a full team on the stage, and they're coming in hot. Like no one that they put on the stage has been like they're fucking ready to roll, dude. What do you think?
I literally the second she walked on stage, so I actually worked with Shania for a short period of time, and when I tell you the day and night difference and the greatest decision was her going with Jazz and that team together, my jaw hit the floor. Honestly, she has come so far. I have so much respect for the work that she has put in and that Jazz has done with her. And as soon as she walked out, I was like, done.
Game over.
Done. That was not a first time of her being on stage. Like, it was awesome. I think that was fantastic. She's a really lovely girl as well. So it was, yeah, I'm very, very happy for them. And I hope to God she's doing nationals because shit, she could make a storm.
Oh yeah, she'll be out there. She'll be fucking. She has to be there. She has to be.
Yeah.
Man. So that was juniors. Like what? Sorry,
So mad.
man. And then Masters was just as good. Like we had Nicole Hellier, Shamar Shaw, Gemma Goldsmith, Maria Herner, Nikki Gorton, Jane Flores. Jane's amazing. She's always beautiful. Gemma blew me away. I know Gemma because she's on my team, but I didn't know what she was packing until she got up there. And I was like, motherfucking tie-ins and the physique and the structure and the beautiful face. Oh, she's just stunning, man. She took that out to Masters. What did you think about Masters? Like, holy damn.
I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I remember when Frank put us side by side, I think of Gemma's 12-month sort of transformation during prep. I think it wasn't even in the back end of prep. And, you take notice. Yeah. You see the work that, incredible by Frank, incredible by Gemma, like kudos, she looks flawless and her presentation, everything, again, same thing. I mean, you think juniors are doing so well and you also think Masters is doing and bringing that level of heat onto the stage as well. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's what you want to see, and she looked beautiful. So all of them did. I think the Masters category is probably one of the better that I've seen as well in the last few years. I mean, I don't know a lot about bikini, so I'm not going to pretend to, but it was just really nice to watch and good to see, on stage. Every category really brought it.
Yeah, they did. And all of you ladies with the presentation, like there wasn't a lot of girls where I was like, maybe your hair needs to be done. Like everything looked great, like across the board. So really nice work, ladies. Okay, we're going to run through novice and open together, and then we'll chat about how it all went. So novice class A, Becky Hawthorne, Amelia Pierce, Jane Flores, Lily Forbes, and Lily Robb. Lily Forbes took that one out, the glutes girl we were just speaking about, the beautiful. Class B, Maria Herner, Nikki Gorton. Nikki Gorton took that one out. Class C, Emma Jelly, Jess Marshall, Ariana, Alice Richards, and Elise Mather. Jess Marshall took that one out, again from Wellness, just so you guys have a little reference there. Class D was Nicole Hellier, Shania Hiroki, Courtney Paris, and Tegan Mears, and obviously Shania took that one out. And then open was much the same. So Becky Hawthorne in Class A, Amelia Pierce in Class A, Jane Flores in Class A, and Lily Forbes. Lily took that one out. Class B was just Shamar, so she took that one out, got her way to overalls. Class C, Gemma Goldsmith, Ariana, Alice Richards, Grace Hodgson, Hodgins, sorry, and Olivia Hobson. Olivia took that one out, making her way to overalls. Class D was just Shania. She was the only one in Class D. She took that one out. Obviously, she's going to overalls. So we had Shania, we had Olivia Hobson, we had Shamar Shaw, we had Lily Forbes with the glutes, we had fucking crazy lineup for overall, and they got worked like a motherfucker. They all got moved, like even from the outside to the inside to the outside to the inside. By the end of it, it was like, I think Liv, Shania, and Jess battling for the top 3 spots there. And then Shania took it out. She looks like a sweetheart. She looks like a lovely person. Like I want to be friends with her, you know, like that kind of person. And she was so sweet. She won. She didn't know. She was like, I didn't know because everyone got moved around so much. She was like, I didn't know that I was going to get it, and she got it. What did you think about Shania, babe? You obviously know her, but how did you think she handled that overall? Did she have a clear win there? Was it a bit tricky? What do you think?
I don't think it was clear. Like I think it was a clear but not clear, because I think that whole lineup was fantastic. I think when they worked and the more they went around, she was clear.
Yeah.
You know, she composed herself the entire way, like the whole judging kind of aspect, wherever she was in the lineup, wherever she posed the same. Her posing didn't change. She was composed. It was beautiful. I think by the end of it, you gravitated and just watched her. Yeah. It was like, for me personally, like I just couldn't take my eyes off her. She was clear winner. She was super strong. She was super sharp from front to back. Her proportions were all, which they all were. That I think anyone that kind of would have won that overall would have deserved it, absolutely. But I do, like, from my very, very minimal knowledge about the category, she definitely won, and what you kind of just wanted to watch. So I think, yeah, she was fantastic, just, and super deserving.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about you? Because you know more than me.
I think she looked incredible, man. She blew me away. I feel like she won it just from maybe Jess was bringing some of the wellness posing into bikini a little bit, which made her look a bit different from top to bottom. Whereas in bikini, you have to be pretty symmetrical top to bottom. You don't want anything out of place, anything to be too strong. Jess's glutes are very strong. Her shoulders are strong, but if she's posing upright, she's fine. If she's not, if she's posing like wellness, it's a little out of balance. So I feel like that might be where Shania just got her. But also Shania's density and her overall look from shoulders to glutes is all even. She's got a beautiful hourglass. Tines were strong. Glutes were full, like right up to the top. And I feel like that might be where someone like maybe Liv just needs that little tiny bit more or something like that just to top it off. And it depends on who you're next to on the day as to how you're going to get judged. And then if there's a lot of monsters like there was, these girls were jacked, you have to kind of fit that to get that overall placing. And I feel like Shania just had it all there. And her presentation, her posing, everything just lasted right till the end. She could have done another round and she would have been fine.
Yeah, she made it look easy.
Yeah, she made it look easy and she took it out, man. And I'm just so excited. I'm going to be putting up our overall bikini winners. I might do it with all divisions, but I was just thinking about bikini to start with. But just put the winners next to each other. I like to see who we got. Who's our winners, you know?
It's going to be a very hot nationals.
It's crazy, man. It's going to be good.
It's going to be hard. Like it's going to be a really hard. It is every year. I mean, bikini is such a, there's a lot of really good athletes. So I think it's going to be a very interesting come nationals. And I bloody hope Shania's going to be there because I do believe she could, man. Be up there. Yeah,
she's amazing. And like we've only got obviously Wellington and Waikato left. I do know there's some crazy bikini girls coming out. Like Lily coming back. Everyone knows Lily from Waikato last year. She's probably I think my top pick for like pro card. Like no joke, she's fucking insane. So who knows who's going to come out of the woodwork? But Shania, please make your way up to Auckland. Do a fucking give a little if you have to. She's expensive.
I'll donate.
Donate 100%. Because we want to see you up there, baby. You looked so good. And Dean and Jazz, just a real quick shout out to you guys. You're doing so well across the board, men and women. And you've got more to come, and we know you do. And they've got Olympia next week, and they're doing this good with their athletes. Like, it just blows my mind. So congrats to them too, eh? It's cool to see new coaches in the works.
Absolutely. Agreed.
And we've got Chris Bold's team coming out this year. There's a whole lot of new coaches, and we like to see what you got, like, don't tell us, we want to see it. So it's always good just to see who they bring up. And so far, Dean and Jazz are fucking slaying. So we'll see what happens at Nationals. Hey, only 3.5 weeks to go.
It's going to be a good one. Again, bring snacks.
Bring snacks, guys. It's going to be a long day. Naturals and standard for their pro cards. So this weekend we've got Wellington. Are you heading down to that one, Shea, or are you going to? No, I'm not going to make that one either. If anyone does get content, wants to share anything, share it with us. We would love to see. There's a lot of goodies coming up, and just unfortunately, it's a little too close to to the Nationals for me to get down there. So it'll be a good show. Buy your tickets. Go and fucking watch the show. Go and watch. Don't demand a live stream. Get in the car.
Can I make a comment about that?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. If you were in the crowd, this is the one thing that semi-disappointed me on the weekend. If you were in the crowd, there was a lot of people there. Like, be loud.
Yes.
Be loud. Like, please, like, cheer for people. If they look good, if they've got no one cheering for them, whatever it is, like, seriously, be loud. Because there's nothing worse than being on stage and the music cuts out and it's dead silent. It's dead silent. So that's probably my one gripe. Crowd be better.
Crowd be better. And they can hear you on the stage. They actually can. It's not just going out to nowhere. Like, they can hear you. Like,
yeah.
if you're on stage, you can hear people from the crowd.
Oh, and it feels so good. You feel so much better. Like, you feel a lot more like, confident. You do. I'm the man. Yes. Yeah. Just be loud. Be there and be loud. Because that's what a bodybuilding show is.
100%. And take it from me and Shea, as soon as you go, woo, everyone else joins. So even if you're the first one to go, yeah, like everyone else will be like, oh, yeah. Like, so
yeah.
Like, just start.
Did that a few times in the weekend.
I could hear you and you can hear me, and we're both like, yeah. So be loud. Go buy your tickets for Wellington. We've only got 2 more regional shows, man. 2 more. That's it. Fucking 2 more. So we've got Wellington, we've got Waikato. I'll be at Waikato. I've got both of my clients there. Shea, you'll be at Waikato?
I hope so. Yes.
Maybe? It's
hope
getting
so.
to your show as
yeah,
well.
We'll see how we go.
See how we get on. I'll screen for us otherwise. And we've got Olympia next weekend. So if anyone is wanting to watch Olympia with me, I've got a little watch party on the Team Empire podcast live stream. I'll be live streaming the show. Only wellness and bikini, just for Jazz and just for Kate. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Might do C1, but that's just for me. So I'll try to get all that up there. I've got the times. I've got the NZ times so everyone can know when to watch our girls, because it's going to be so fucking sick. First wellness girl to the stage. First bikini in a little while. It's been a good couple of years. So it's going to be fun to watch. Hey, we'll be all tuning in.
Get behind it. They are representing us. They're representing our country, and they've done so so goddamn well, and they look fucking insane.
It's not like they just made
it. I'm so excited. I'll be watching, and I can't wait. So if these guys are listening, good luck. You don't need it.
Just go in there and just enjoy yourselves, ladies. And then after that, we'll be watching Shea's show live together. So we'll do a little watch party for that. You're going to just kill it, babe. You're going to be just great. And thank you so much for joining me while you're on prep. It's been so good to chat.
No, of course. Thank you for having me. I always love talking about my favorite show. So anytime.
Nice. And thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And then don't forget to go follow Shea for her journey. And we'll catch up with Shea after your show, maybe later in the year, and just get a little rundown from you about how it all went. Would you be keen?
Absolutely. Loves the yarn.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.